You let me know when you're going. Oh, are you sure?
I'm going.
She says she's going. So this morning we were to do our Mojo call, but normally we try to do it on Zoom, but we don't have really good coverage here, do we, for internet?
And I'm okay with that.
She's okay with that. So we thought we'd give you a little peace and tranquility view of what we're seeing. But I wanted to talk this morning about Mojo Call. I had some things come up in life, as we all do. I'm no different than anyone else, but just recently it was just making me think about how short life is and how a lot of people keep waiting to experience life, right? Stacey, wouldn't you agree with that?
Yep.
And I think what really happened to me as a blessing was when, some of you have heard this story before, but when we got to take care of Stacey's grandparents. What would you call us? We were their what? Their chaperones?
Yeah, life chaperones.
Their life chaperones. We started traveling with them and taking them around. You know, obviously they could go by themselves to countries and things like that and places, but it's a heck of a lot easier when you had people with you and a lot more fun when you have family. But a lot of people tend to wait, we found in life. We met this couple the other day, right? Out here, Stace, two couples, and they were just now going to be retiring, and what they called retirement. They had worked their entire life, and now in their 70s, young 70s, they were now going to start to experience life. And the interesting thing about it is some of the scenery actually you're seeing right now is is where we do our snorkeling. Well, the one couple couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. They could not get down into, they couldn't climb down the steps, they couldn't get down to the rocks, and they couldn't snorkel. So it's a piece of life they'll never get to experience. Like what is below this water right here, you would not believe it. Like as clear and as pretty as it looks here, underneath, it's amazing. The coral and things that are on there. And it just got me, they got me choked up and got me thinking. And I'm so grateful that, you know, Stacy's grandparents really gave perspective on life for us. The fact that should you wait? I mean, society teaches us, life teaches us, our jobs teach us. You know, you retire at 65 or 70, and that's when you get to start to live the life you've always wanted. And I would say we were taught wrong. I don't know, maybe the new Gen Z and millennials are taught a little differently, but definitely you got to start doing it now. I don't think there's this finish line at the end of life where you ever cross it. I think the idea is to enjoy the race as you're going along, like right now. Stacey's choking. Probably can't hear that though, because we're testing out our new mic out here. You all right?
Yeah.
What are you choking on?
I don't know. The corn dust.
She's choking on corn dust. We have corns to feed the chickens up here that we're going to feed. You'll see them swarm us in a second. But back to what we were talking about on that, so many people are saving. A mentor of mine taught me, somebody asked the other day on Facebook, the best financial advice they've ever received. And one thing that I found that is bad advice, I think, that they give is sacrificing your life when you're young to save. I'm not saying saving is bad. It was very controversial, actually. I'm not saying saving is bad. I'm saying sacrificing your life to save and sacrifice and never experience life until that one day eventual time when you're going to get there, when the retirement comes, when you're 70 or 75 and you can finally start to enjoy life. It's not the best idea. I think a better idea is to build your way. That's what a mentor taught me. Build your retirement. Obviously, you got to have retirement, and you got to have financial security. But you have to. You don't have to, but it's easier to build to get there. I mean, to have a $10,000 a month residual income retirement, you need somewhere. Again, this is not financial advice, not a financial planner or anything like that. There's my commercial. But you have to somewhere around $3 million. $3 million sitting there liquid. This is cash you've put away. $3 million, earning it. What you got a 4%? Let's say 4%. What would that get you? It's $120,000 a year, or 10 grand a month to live off of. And of course, that's not taking, I mean, look at inflation right now. Inflation's running double digits. They're telling us what, that it's 8 or 9, but it's probably 12, 13% on regular stuff that you buy. If you try to save your way to $3 million, dollars, all right, let's say you're going to, I don't know, let's say you're going to do it for the next 30 years, right? You're just going to save your way to get there. And you have to put away, what, 100 grand? Is that right? 100 grand a year? No, wait, 10 grand a year, right? Yeah, something like that. Anyways, I'm doing math while I'm walking here. I interrupt somebody's yoga class that they're doing online. So I'm going to talk a little quieter. But it's a beautiful morning out. Good morning. And I lost my train of thought there. I was saying, oh, so it's tens of thousands of dollars a year to put away, right? Most people are paycheck to paycheck. So what do? You build your way to get there. You've got to find a way to do it. I'm not saying I have the right way, but you got to find a way to do it. You're probably going to interrupt that lady's yoga by feeding the chickens. Find a way to. Lady's doing yoga. Oh, she's watching one. So chickens are going to be fighting. Anyhow, I know all of us are going to experience tragedy in our life, and we're going to have people that we love, people we care about. Things happen. Good morning. How you doing, man? We're going to have people die. And quite frankly, I mean, the reality of it is this. Either everyone we know, either we will bury them or they will bury us. And it's a harsh reality, but it's a reality you got to come to realize. And what Stacey and I realized is the 70s and 80s in your life are good years, but they're not great years. And we sped up our plan to start to enjoy life sooner. And this is probably not even picking up because Stacey stayed too far behind. I didn't see her, so probably not hearing any of this. Um, yeah, the mic says it's still picking it up, so we'll see what happens. She's about a half block behind me. I didn't realize that. But the idea of life being here forever. So we had somebody we were talking to, and they were saying, how much they have all these things they always want to do on their list and of their life, right? Their bucket list, and they saved and saved and saved and saved and saved to be able to do it. And guess what happened? They got too old where they couldn't do it. So if you're young and you're watching this, if you're middle aged and you're watching this, or you're old and you're watching this, you got to get forward with living. There was a saying, I think, in the Shawshank Redemption. Got to get busy living because we're already busy dying. There's something like that. I'm sure I butchered that quote. That wasn't probably the right quote, but it's the truth. And so, anyways, this message, I'll probably have to edit this thing because it probably rambled too long. But start living life today. Find a way outside of just your job to build a residual income or retirement. You can do it with us, with our real estate company. You can just sell real estate and you can build a residual income. You can build net worth. You can build a retirement just by selling houses and talking to agents, which is what we already do. And that piece of it can build you the life you want to have. What else it builds you is community. And inside the community, go down this way. And inside the community, you can set it up so that you guys cover each other. So we work together because we're financially connected and we help each other out. How the heck can we come down to the Virgin Islands for a couple of weeks? We've built a community of agents that cover us when we're not there. And guess what we do when they're gone on vacation? We cover them. That way you can still live life. I gotta tell you, there were years, Stacey and I made a lot of money, but we didn't live life. We lived to work. I mean, that was it. That's all we did. And of course, there's this, I don't know, like this macho thing out there, like, yeah, I work 120 hours a week. Da, da, da. I'm like, really? I feel bad for you. I feel bad for you if you do that. And now there are times when you need to do that. I mean, there were times I had 3 jobs and it was doing the military on the weekends. I mean, I get it. There's times when you do have to crank it like that. But if you do that your whole life, there's no 90-year-olds on their deathbed saying, I wish I'd worked harder, right? All of them wished they had tried more. All of them wished they had given more. And all of them wished they had loved more. That's basically the three concepts of these people when they're interviewed on their deathbeds. And I don't want to be having those regrets when I get there. And I don't want it for you either. And I wish all of you could have had the experience. If you've never had the experience of doing it, take a grandparent or a great grandparent and just go spend a bunch of time with them. Take them somewhere, take them on a trip with you. Go see what it's like. And if you can do it over years, you can see the progression of it's a big difference between being in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and then 70s. And then one day you hit the wall. Stacy's grandparents hit the wall probably they're around 80, 81, where they could not go somewhere without, I don't know, I guess we call ourselves chaperones, right? To take care of them. And we were glad to do it. But for them, there was just things they could never do. Like they could never go snorkel in this. That pier right out there, Stacy's looking at out there, that has some of the best snorkeling in the world. And you just step right off these rocks right here and you go out there and you snorkel out to it. It's right outside the hotel. So I will have to, I'm sure, edit this because it went too long. But wish for you a great day, great life. Hope things are awesome for you. And I just want to say it is an absolutely great day to be alive. And the reason for that is because one day it will not be so. And couldn't be truer than what we've experienced recently. So good luck to you out there. Hit us up if you want to see how we've done it. We should open it up, show you exactly what we've done. And not saying you can do it or you should do it, but here's how we did it. Maybe it'll work for you, maybe not. Have a great one.